So come on into the studio and let's begin. I invite you, if you're standing, to have your ankles just underneath your hips. So if you're seated, to have your back slightly forward of the chair and your ankles under your knees. Take a breath in through our nostrils, out through our lips, like we're blowing out a birthday cake, a single candle, just celebrating this moment for yourself. If we're standing, we're going to have a little tiny bend to our knees. Your tailbone tucked under just slightly to release the tension in the lumbar spine. These are two of the 10 principles that make Tai Chi exactly what it is, a meditation and healing in motion. Let's start with bringing our hands up to our heart with an inhale, and exhale, sinking down. Now this movement is titled Gathering the Chi. And Chi in English, we're going to do this 2 more times, is, well, vital life force. All the energy of who and what you are. Not just cardiac electricity, not just your skeletal muscular electricity, but all those others that we can feel and not see. So here, gather one more time, drawing it through the soles of your feet, like little bubbling wells of energy. And as we open our arms, we gather in this energy as we share it with each other, and sink it down somewhere in a space that needs it to hang out in that place. We open again. I invite you to think about all those other folks that bring you positivity and connection. Now we are in the week of the Lunar New Year. It's the year of the wooden dragon. So here we gather in again, but this one is for you, from you, to you. Having compassion for yourself. Love and kind feelings and thoughts. As we lift our arms up, we can lift ourselves up in those words we spoke to ourselves. Gently sinking back down like we're gentle mist from the sky falls upon us. And in this celebration of the Lunar New Year of the wooden dragon, this shows prosperity, growth. And those that are born under the sign of the dragon have an unusual ability just to be liked in general. So it is written anyway. So one more time, we're going to gather in this energy, sink it down in and through you, and let your arms then drape completely beside you, turning them off as we begin with 3 movements that are entitled with the word dragon. So this first movement is from a practice of Qigong, which means to work with or transfer, increase your Qi, your energy. So let the arms become heavier and your shoulders. Find a little bend to your knees, please. We're going to take a breath in through the nose, and as we begin to exhale, our waist begins to turn us. So let's exhale, waist turning. Then shoulders turn, then chin, then eyes looking behind. Finishing your exhale, we come back to center with an inhale. Exploring your spine through each movement. Inhalation to the center. Exhale as we turn. So this is dragon, sweeps its tail left and right. Now I moved from Florida, so I used to call this the alligator, sweeps its tail left and right, because if there's ever a body of water anywhere, you're guaranteed one of those was in there. So here, maybe we're just swimming along gently through the sky. Inhale as we come to center. 2 more, please. Explore your spine. See what side wants to go further than the other. Not forcing them to match, but just coming into an agreement with your body that mobility matters. Exhale again. Come back to center and let your arms open up like the eagle's wings with a breath in. Almost like the energy from the earth is floating them up until a point that no longer can lift and the arms just gently descend, drawing down. Gathering the Qi, draw back up through the center. Do you a beautiful breath in, maybe a smile on the outside, definitely on the inside, definitely. Let our hands come down. Pause here for a moment. Feel, breathe. Pause from the movement. Feel on the inside of what energies we have created from the movements we displayed on the outside. Our hands float in, sinking down. Now here, the side where the plant is, this hand goes to the belly button. And the side with the doors goes under your chin. Now we're going to let our waist turn us a little bit to the toe. And we turn our hands over. And then we'll let our hands float to the other side as our waist brings us to the other side. Then we turn the hands over. So as the arms trade places, we breathe in. As we float across, let's breathe out. This beautiful movement, dragon, plays in. We're with the clouds. The dragon just swirling up there, having a great time. It's like a playground. So maybe somewhere in your mind space, you create this playground of peace. Wherever you may wish to be, you are. Now here, the hand that rises is going to be the heel that rises. Feel the weight shift just a little bit. Just the heel, this is all we need. We sink back down. As that heel roots into the floor, we notice the other side is going to draw up. And find where you feel most balanced in your movements, creating a stability, not just a movement, but of mind and breath. So we inhale, everything rises. Exhale, we sink, and there's a little bend to the knees there as we float across. And we have one more here, and we're on to our next movement. Exhale. Bring the hands to pause to the center of you, in line with your spine, embracing the full moon. Now the hand that is below is the foot that's going to come to me. So let's try that, okay? So let's take your step forward. There's your step. Now let's go ahead and bring our toe down. Let's bend our knee, and this bottom hand is just going to extend gently over the toe that you stepped out with. Your other hand, like you got a question. So we're going to raise your arm, what is up for you, with the fingers and the thumbs drawn back to you. Let's take a breath in. Now exhale towards the hand that's extended forward. And we turn to look away. Kind of like the first movement we started with. But here's dragon and our 5 animal qigong. The hands draw back in, we step back in. And we turn the moon over as we breathe. We take a breath in. Now let's do it all as one. Can we give that a go? Step, that foot, that hand goes out, the other goes up. We exhale and we look away. A little bend to the knee, please, and then we draw back in. Just as gentle and as kind to your body as we can make it, having compassion for ourselves. A breath in. Now here, turn away from the direction you're going to step. And then we step out and then extend and open everything, expressing your energy through just 2 limbs of the body. But imagine yourself shining. Maybe it's a star in the sky. A breath in. We'll do this 2 more times. Step, release. Look over the shoulder, the spine, lift up. A little bend to the front knee, we'll come back in. 1 more time. Now, of course, any of these movements, as we inhale, we exhale, step out. Any of these movements that your body is just going, oh, thank you, I needed this today. Well, this can be drawn into your own personal, private practice. We step back into place, we hold the moon. Let your arms open up like the eagle's wings, sinking back down, letting go, coming back to stillness like we began, drawing your mind's attention inward, glancing through, taking a tour of you, finding those places that you had tension and now it's gone, or there's just less. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, the hands extend out. As we lift up to the sky, I invite you with the inhalation to think about those people, places, things, thoughts, and ideas that bring you health, healing, hope. hope and happiness as our hands draw to our forehead, our mind, our mental energy, drifting to our hearts, our emotional energy, and down to the center of you, your physical energy. Draw it in, sink it down. Let it infuse all of who and what you are to your atomic level. You know, science says that atoms are 99% space-free. So I invite you to stuff those empty spaces with smiley faces and be the sunshine that others need to see in their life. Thank you so much for joining me.